So, so kung ang asymptotes ay at focus is at 60, so x square over a square minus y square b square equals 1. Kasi okay, so hindi ko yan. Tapos so square over a square 1 plus y square over b square x is equal to 8 plus or minus a over b. Plus 1. So our conclusion is that we know that x is equal to plus or minus 12 over 5y. Teka, teka. Ano? Teka, parang ang base ng tanong nun eh.
Yan mo.
Yung 33. Ne, patingin muna. So, ano na x squared over a squared minus y squared over b squared is equal to 1. So, we get how did you go from there to the answer?
Okay. So,
So, bukahin mo muna.
so pinapakita niya ko yung minus square na i-release ko. Ayun. Okay.
So ano yung reasoning na involved dyan? Kasi it's not at all obvious na biglang A is equal to this or B is equal to ano.
What if kaya po establish ko muna po yung how I derive this too.
Kaya ganito. Hindi just because, di ba, hindi ganito, di ba pag merong fraction B over A, for example, B over A is equal to 2. It does not necessarily mean that B is equal to 2, A is equal to 1. Diba? Yung magiging conclusion mo, yes, A over B is 12 over 5, pero hindi mo pwedeng conclude na A is 12, B is 5. Kaya mo check, does it actually give you a focus of 26? Okay, so ano yung relationship between yung focus at saka yung ano? Dapat, so meron tayo A plus B squared is equal to the focus, di ba? Tama?
Abo.
And then A over B is equal to 12 over 5. Or plus or we don't know, hindi, dapat positive numbers naman yan eh. So we have two equations, A over B is 12 over 5, and A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And C squared is 26 square, diba? So we have two equations with two unknowns. Okay, ngayon,
Okay. What if I derive from this equation po and the other equation that this is true? And then I will use it over and over again.
hindi, yung ano, so you can conclude na B over A is equal to 5 over 12. Sige. So that's one equation. The other equation is yung 26, paano related sa A at B. Okay, so 12 square plus 5 square so 12 square plus 5 square is 169. 160. So C is equal to 13. Hmm.
Mm,
And again, so we know, so write down one equation. B over A is equal to 5 over 12. And then yung second equation ay yung relationship ng, di ba yung C is 26. Tapos, ano pa yung, what else do we know? A over C, A squared plus B squared equals,
wait. Does not
ano
imply
ba?
po yung from some it does not imply kasi ratio lang po yun eh. It does not imply na
Oo nga.
direct also yung ratio na from 12 to 26.
Mm-hmm. Kasi,
Mm.
5 square, di ba yung, ano, yung relationship ng A, B, at saka C is still going to be A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Pag tinry mo yan, makukuha mo yung C is 13. Pag B is 5 and A is equal to 12. So, hindi sakto. So, okay, A square plus 12 over plus 5 over 12 square B square equals 26. So, square is equal to 26 square. And 13 square over 2 square. 13 times 2, 13 square times 2 square.
I think it would be easier po if we started from ano po yung ito pong equation, yung general formula, and then went back instead of going from here to the general formula.
Ganun pa rin mo na yung ratio eh. So the ratio of B over A is going to be 5 over 12 plus B square equals B, yung sa coordinate ng focus. So we get A squared plus B squared equals 26 square. Just verify. Yeah. Hindi, so sulat mo kaya yung ano, write down that other relationship. A squared plus B squared equals, ano yung C? Di ba it's given?
Okay. So A squared.
26 square.
26 squared.
Kasi,
So,
okay. So
substitution?
we have two equations. Di ba? So we have two equations with two unknowns. So dapat
Opo.
solvable yan. Tapos, ang restriction pa natin, B and A must both be positive. Actually, irrelevant naman kasi mas square yung A at B sa ano eh. In our case, we choose B and A to be positive. So, for example, sa additional math, paano gagawin yan? So, for example, pwede mong gawin, B is 5 over 12 times A. Tapos unplug in sa ano, sa second equation. So, use elimination.
Paano kasi mag-square? 22 times the... Gano'n.
26 square is 13 square times 2 square. Wag mo na siyang i-simplify. Iwan mo siya in that form. So 13 squared times 2 square.
Okay. So 169 times 4. Hindi mo na. So 2A. Wait, 26.
Tapos
Wait.
yung ano, so if you
144
isolate A, so A squared times, ano yun?
Ano po yun? Wait. First the calculator. I don't have it. Ah, calculator. 144 plus 26. 820. 820 divided by 169. Oh, wala.
Bakit naging 149 square plus 26 square?
May nadagdagan.
Hindi, ito. Factor out mo kaya muna yung A square dun sa left-hand side. So A squared.
Okay. So, multiply. 69 over 144 equals.
Okay, ngayon 169 is 13 squared, di ba?
Ano po tanggalin to?
Click mo using yung text. Tingnan mo yung T uli. Tapos click mo yan and then click there. Yan, tapos delete. Kasi yung idea niyan treated as a layer yan eh.
Abo. So, 144 times 4. So, therefore, A is equal to 2 times 12, 24.
So 144 is
12 squared mo.
okay. And then since you know na A is 20.
So it's not really that simple. Like it works nga po, the formula will work, pero it does not work the other way around.
Ano kasi yung asymptotes or hindi unique yung parabola for each set of asymptotes. You can have infinitely many different hyperbolas with the same asymptotes. So pare-pareho yung pare-pareho sila.
Opo.
Ayun eh.
Pero yung focus na is not at 20.
Okay, so before I move on to that, para lang makita mo yung idea, what if yung C is arbitrary? So let's say hindi binigay yung C. Ang inano lang express A and B in terms of C. So C is a positive number. And we know B over A is 5 over 12. So kung ganyan, ano yung magiging equation natin for A? So okay, so A squared plus B squared equals C squared pa rin. Pero wala na yung value ng A. Ang gusto natin gawin ay express A and B in terms of C. So makukuha din. And then B is okay. So ngayon yan ngayon yung equation na. So write down the equation na nandiyan yung C. Kasi ang gagawin ipa-plot natin yan. Tapos so the equation is going to be over 12 times 2 is teka, ba't nasa numerator yung A? Ah. Okay. So 12, 144, 169 over 25 C square, that's equal to 1. Ngayon, i-graph mo yan with C na may slider tayo for C. So use Desmos. So, lagay mo, for example, C equals 1, yung first line. And then yung second line, so use Desmos. So C equals 1. Teka. Okay. I think dapat nauna yata yung sa syntax, baka dapat nauna yung C. Kasi hindi nagpa-plot, di ba? Hindi, unahin mo kaya muna yung C equals unahin mo yung slider for C. Baka may sequential siya eh. So, type C equals 1 first. Baka may ganun siyang ano. Try natin. C equals 1. May slider. And then, tapos nasa yung X at Y. Ba't parehong X?
Okay. So, something dito.
Teka, pwede balik ka dun sa Desmos?
Okay. So, yun yung mali.
Okay, and then zoom in.
So apparently, yun nga po siya.
So, pareho sila ng
it just gets more...
okay, ilang asymptotes para mas kita. Kasi hindi obvious kapag ginagraph lang natin na ganyan eh. So, 12y equals 5x at saka 12y equals negative 5x. And then gamitin mo yung, ano yung option na ano? Di ba yung meron tayong dotted yung graph? Ayan. And then i-adjust mo yung slider. Diba? So same asymptotes, but we're dealing with different hyperbolae. Yeah. Okay, so okay na, no? So let's go to the next problem. 30, yung 33. Center at negative 2, negative 1. Center at negative 2, negative 1. Negative 1. And then a vertex at negative 11. And a focus at 8, negative 5. Okay, so negative 2, negative 1, vertex at negative 11, focus at negative 2, 14. Okay, so let x prime. So gusto natin no, na let x prime be equal to x plus 2, y prime is equal to y plus 1. Tapos, prime coordinates, kaya unprimed. Gawa ka kaya ng table para mas and then fill up the table. So or pwedeng pwedeng you can start at the next or cut that thing and then go over to the next page. You have plenty of space. Hindi siya so origin is 0, 0. Unprimed it's going to be negative 2, negative 1. Yung focus is at negative 8, 8, negative 5. So, and then, so, unprimed is 8, so being 10, negative 4. Teka, focus at vertex at negative 2, 11. Wait, baka mali yung kopya ko. Question 33. negative 214. Negative 214. So negative 2, so 0, 15. Ano pa? Vertex is at
Ha? Hindi, bagong meeting. Yes.
yeah. So that's r square. So ang major axis ay is equal to 1. So since we know that the vertex is 12,
Paano po alam? Okay. Nasa Y yung vertex.
so 15 square over a square minus 0 square over b squared equals 1. So a is equal to 12 pala to. Okay, a is 12. So value would be so square root of 15 square is 12 square. So we get b equals so and then x is equal so y plus x plus Teka, ano yung relationship ng A, B, at
Dapat yung Pythagorean theorem po.
Oh, okay. So A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Wait a minute.
I think sulat mo muna yun.
Oo nga na. 3,
A
4, 5
squared
po.
plus B squared equals C squared. Okay, so B is equal to 9. Ay, ganito. Um, so, okay, ngayon, ano yung equation in the unprimed coordinate system? In the prime coordinate system. Sa prime pa rin yan, di ba? Okay, and then, so ano yung teka. Okay, I think kailangan nating i-edit yan. So that's equal to 1. Okay. So, yan yung equation na. Ngayon, pwedeng pa-send yan. Tapos, so that we can talk about editing.
Send. Kasi po
No,
i-send
save muna
file.
yan. Hindi, save mo muna. Save lang as an XOPP. Tapos yung ayun.
Ano
Tapos
po nangyayari?
siguro
Pasok na po
gamitin
siya?
mo yung date.
Pasok na po siya pag ganito?
Gamitin mo yung date today. Ano yan?
Pasok na po siya nga today. Ngayon, pag nakagano po.
Teka, kailangan mo i-type yung name to save, di ba?
Tama.
And then, pag na-save mo na, padala mo sa Facebook Messenger.
Ano po nangyari? Ba't parang nakaganon lang po siya?
Ayun. So,
It's done na po?
I think, pwedeng run mo yung task manager. Gusto lang akong makita. At pa-share. Gusto ko lang makita kung ano yung nangyayari sa system resources nyo. So, task manager and then share that window.
Nakashare na dapat po siya.
Hindi, yung task manager.
Yun mo.
Okay. So, 83%. Yeah, so naka-8. Okay, I think 84% memory. I think baka kaya siya bottleneck. Anyway, sige, close mo yung task manager, tapos balik tayo dun sa external.
Hindi po siya nag-load.
Teka ha. Save as. Tapos no. Ano nangyayari? May cancel ba dyan?
Yung exponent po, tanggalin ko po siya entirely.
Sige, pag in-next mo yan, dapat yung ano yung window lang ng save file eh. So may i-X out mo yung window and then bakit ganyan eh? Pwede nga patingin nung buksan mo yung ang tawag dito, yung Windows Explorer. Let's not try to save that. Windows Explorer muna. File Explorer, yan.
File Explorer.
So, open. Ngayon, punta ka dun sa this PC. Tapos, i-click mo yung sa C. Sa baba. Hindi. Sa left bar. May this PC, yung yan. And left-click mo yan. Yung C drive. So, left-click. And then, properties. Left. Sorry, right-click pala. Sorry. So, right-click and then properties. So, used space is, hindi ko mabasa eh. Gano'n kalaki yung used space?
203 degrees.
Tapos yung free space mo, 250.
Hindi dapat po siya ganun.
Kasi yung capacity 450 gigabytes, no? Sorry pero hindi ko mabasa kasi maliit eh.
Opo.
Okay. Pero hindi pa naman puno yung drive, di ba?
Hindi po.
Okay, so I close and then okay, so I close muna and then check na kung ano nangyayari sa ano.
Hindi po siya.
Sige, try natin ulit. Save as. Hindi save. Tapos sa taas, so sa save. Ngayon, full name. Today is pwedeng yung year, so 23/05/11. 23-05-11. Yun. Tapos, and then save. So, or press enter. Pag pinress enter, magsasave na yan eh. Ayan.
Ayun.
Okay. Ngayon, send mo sa messenger. Yung file. Kasi gusto kong pakita sa yung editing process. Okay, so buksan ko lang Save link as. And then Joshua. Okay. And then share ko yung screen ko. Okay, so ito yung document mo. Ngayon, so let's zoom in a bit. Gusto ko lang pakita yung editing process kasi yung ano to hindi ba natin na-edit yung mga nagsosolve lang tayo and then we haven't really talked about editing. So, pag-usapan natin yung editing process. Okay, so kokopyahin ko muna tong buong ito kasi we need more space. So, I'm going to go to the next page. So nandiyan yung questions. Ngayon, yung kailangan natin dito, kaya kita ba? Okay. So, yung kailangan natin dito ay okay. You have more than enough space. So, make use of it. Yung dapat may white space between every equation. Kasi it's going to make it more readable. Ngayon, the other thing that you can do here is, ano yung nangyari na, ano? So, for example, x prime equals x plus 2, y equals y minus 1. So, ano yung thought process behind that? So, pwede ganito yung gawin. Solution. And then, tapos balik tayo sa ano. Okay, still not in a space. So, uurong ulit. And then, okay, so yung motivation dito. So, to solve this, we use we use translation of coordinates. Coordinates. We define the x prime dash y prime coordinates using, okay, so ayan. So ito yung definition ng translation. Okay. Now, para maging mas malinaw yung ano, to make things easier to read, gawa tayong table. So, baba ko pa yan. So, yung table natin ganito. So, primed, and then unprimed. Tapos, label natin. Vertex. And then, ano yung first na meron tayo. Okay, the vertex is going to be, so from the given, sorry. Mukhang, sa maling port nakasaksak. Teka, saksak ko lang yun, yung tablet ko dito sa computer na to. Okay, hindi tayo nag-lag. So vertex is going to be, so the primed, hindi pa natin alam. Unprimed is going to be -2, -1. Tapos, yung reason bakit ito yung pinili natin, chosen so that vertex in the prime coordinate system is at origin. So, okay, let's copy and paste all this, or cut and paste. Okay. So may enough is 0, 0. So ito yung vertex. So makukuha natin na. So I'm going to use red para distinguish na, okay, this is something I've calculated for. And then, the next given is vertex. So that, sorry, not vertex. So that yung center. So, okay, so mali tong ano. So this should be center. And then, yung next, okay, ito yung vertex. Pagkatapos, so from the vertex, we have negative 211. Tapos, using yung transformation equations, we can get the following. So negative 211, so 0, and then 11 plus 1, that's going to be 12. Ito.
Okay.
And then yung focus, ito. So, type ko lang kasi gusto ko lang makita mo na how to edit this so that it becomes more readable. So, yung focus is going to be at 0. So, focus is negative 214. And then, yung magiging focus ay 0.15. So, pwedeng ganito na. Ngayon, how did we get, kasi dito yung magiging tanong, sige, pero paano mo nakuha yung A, B, and C? Okay, ano yung thought process behind how you got C? So to obtain C, okay, so before you can obtain A, B, and C, what can we conclude from the location of the center, vertex, and focus? Nasaan yung major axis? Or nasaan yung axis nung hyperbola?
Nasa ano po siya, nasa Y.
Okay. So, from the coordinates in the primed system, so from the coordinates in the prime system, the major axis of the hyperbola is at the y prime axis. By looking at the coordinates of the focus, we get C equals 15. So that's how you got. So yan yung nangyari pa. And to get A, paano naman nakukuha yun? To get A, substitute into the equation of the hyperbola. So substitute the coordinates of the vertex to the equation of the hyperbola in the prime system. Yeah, kailangan natin na iulong to. in the primed system. So, ano yung equation in the primed system? So, y square, so y prime square over a square minus x prime square over b square is equal 1. So, from there, makukuha natin na ano yung coordinates, diba? So, yung y prime is 0, is 12. Minus 0 square over b square equals 1. And then, makukuha natin ngayon yung a is equal to 12. Kasi itong term na to, mamamatay. And then finally, paano nakuha yung c? To obtain c, yung kinamit natin yung working equation, diba? A square plus b square equals c square. Sorry, not c. To obtain b. And then, ano to eh? It's good practice to write down the whole thought process, even though it looks longer. Kasi when you read it again, kahit na matagal na, magiging clear kung ano nangyayari. So, okay, plug in 12 square, b square, and then yung c square is 15. And then from there, pwede mo na makuha yung, let's new paper. So let's cut and paste this. So, makukuha natin na, at least pag ganito, clear yung process. So, b squared is 15 square minus 12 square, or b is equal to, going to be 9. 9, no? Yeah. Okay, so once nakuha mo na yung A, B, and C, so once nakuha mo yung A and B, so ito, hence, the equation in the prime system the coordinate system, kung gusto mo mas to be more precise, is, okay, using the inverse transformation. So using the transformation equations, and then, okay, so using the transformation equations, okay. Ngayon, this is where yung numbering all equations becomes important. So let's go number everything. So I'll just write down, we get c equals 15. So this we'll write as table 1. Yeah. And then this is equation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then at equation, okay, so using equation 10, So, ang equation 10, yan yung i-rewrite lang natin yung transformation equation. The transformation equations should be equal. Tawagin na equations 0 kasi nakalimutan kong i-label yun. In using the transformation equation 0 and 9, yun. And then ito yung conclusion. Tapos ito, nasulat na somewhere kanina. So let's just delete that. Okay?
Opo.
So, di mo mas readable pag ganito?
Much readable. Much more readable.
Ano yung dito, the effort of na kung mo yung nagamitin mo tong and then work and then do your solutions already and then send them to me. Kasi pag ganito, medyo mas madali yung editing. Hindi siya tulad ng pag sinulat mo sa Google, hindi mahirap nang mag-edit na you have to rewrite everything. Okay na?
Okay na siguro po.
Now, how can you para mas mapadali yung editing process? May isang technique akong ginagawa. Ang ginagawa ko niyan, every equation, so ang ginagawa ko every time I write an equation, so let's say equation, automatic lalagyan ko ng number and then space. Maglagay ka ng space na ganito yung not this large, and then write down an equation again. The space is there para pwede mo i-annotate or pwede mo lagyan ng text and then equation number ulit. Don't write two equations in one line. Keep one equation for one line. Kasi yung idea mo dyan ay one equation is one sentence. So sentence by sentence yung nagiging flow ng argument. Okay na?
Okay na po.
Sige. So yung gagawin natin na the rest problem solving today, hindi ko pa ipapa-edit on the spot. Ang gusto kong gawin mo, once natapos tayo, mas madaling bisahin kasi kapag nakasave ito. Tapos noon, iniisip yung editing process. Tapos madaling magdagdag ng page. Madaling mag-cut and paste. Diba? So gusto kong gawin mo siya with the next problems that we do. Yung kahit na hindi ngayon kagad, gawin mo yun, yung equation and then space and then number. Kahit nang wala pang text. I think that's already a good habit to start with. Kasi ano yun, tingnan mo yung, di ba yung sa 5, 6, 7, 8, it's mas maaliwalas kapag may space eh. And if you look at the textbooks, ganyan din sila mag-print out ng equations. So yung goal mo ay yung written work mo will read like it's written from pwede siyang substitute for a textbook eh. Sige, so stop sharing muna ako. So stop sharing. Teka, ano mag-stop ng share dito? Ay, hindi na pala naka-share. Okay. So, pwedeng share mo na uli yung sa screen mo. Ayun. So, yung number 31, edit that later. So, i-listen ko. And then, yan. Okay. So, gawa ka ng new page. So, may yung new page button dyan, yung paper na may green plus sign. So, just click on that. So, yung mukhang piece of paper na may green plus sign sa bar. Second bar. Tapos tingnan so, 'di ba may parang play at meron parang right button. Ano ito. Hanapin mo yung red circle sa second above. Yan. And go to the left. So hanapin. So yan, delete page. Yung before that, yung to the left ulit. Yung to the left of that. Yung add an extra page. Yan. Or insert page. So click on that para mo ng additional page.
Ayun.
Okay. So, yung next problem, so, let's work it out. Teka ha. Ililipat ko ulit yung tablet ko dun sa second other PC ko. So, pag naputol, babalik ako. Join eh. Okay, so foci at -1. Teka, nag-translate, paano mo ginawa yan?
Kailangan mo po ng translated act.
So, translation equations. Tapos, ano yun eh, pag ganyan yung ginawa mo, you're expecting too much faith from your reader. And math is the antithesis of faith. At least yung higher math. Kasi yung ano niyan eh, 'di ba? Pagka elementary math, mostly algorithmic yan, which means paano mag-compute ng mga bagay-bagay. Pero pag dumating ka na sa later math, naging mas importante na yung why do we believe that something is true? And that's why may pumapasok na yung concept ng proof. So if you write that down, you're all that's too much for a critical reader to swallow. So baba mo lahat yan, and then dun sa space na mapoproduce, start from the argument. So isip mo yan, and then yung blue, sorry, undo. Yung sa ano, tingnan mo yung blue box underneath yung add a page yan. So select that. So kailangan na-cover yung buong, hindi, okay lang yan. So baba pa. Kasi masyadong marami kang in-skip na steps dyan. Definitely, it's not going to be enough. So somewhere near the bottom of the page. Okay, so una, foci at negative 1, 4 and 7, 4. So ano yung so if you know the foci, where do you find the vertex? Sorry, hindi pala vertex. I mean, yung center. So, yung coordinates ng center is going to be wait. Kinuha natin yung midpoint nung pwedeng ano, pakita mo rin yung sa ano na 4 plus 4 over 2. Or before that, maglagay kang text. The midpoint is at the center, or the midpoint of the 2, or the center is at the midpoint of negative 1, 4, and 7, 4. Okay, tas okay, now if you look at that statement, that's already a full sentence. That's the first thing. So, yung center at negative 3, 4, ibaba mo siya. So, select and then bring it. Kasi hindi pwede. Tapos nun, kasi yung in terms of yung sequence, muna yung the center is at the midpoint. So that should be your first sentence.
Pero at least po namumove sila.
Yan. Tapos, yung negative 1 plus 7 over 2, tapos lagay mo yung sa ano, yung y coordinate, sulat mo rin ng 4 plus 4 over 2 para clear na paano mo nakuha yan. So, kasi di ba, pinakita mo yung computation ng paano na-compute yung x-coordinate ng center. Hindi mo pinakita yung computation ng y-coordinate ng center. Dumiretso ka na sa 4. So, I think you should show that too. So, 4 plus 4 quantity over 2. So, cut and paste para, or cut and move para magkaroon ng space. Okay, ayan. So, pwede mo, statement 1 yung the center is at the midpoint. So, the center is going to be 3, 4. Ngayon, since you know the center, ano ngayon yung translation equations? Or it is now convenient to introduce prime coordinates related to the original coordinate system by, and then yung transformation equations. So, next line. Or since the center is at 3, 4, it is convenient we set x prime equals x minus 3, y prime equals y minus 4. Okay, so what else do we know? So ano ba yung okay, so the foci okay. Ngayon, kung ginamit mo yung transformation equations, ano kaya yung coordinates ng foci? So the coordinates of the foci in the new coordinate system are so x is so x minus 3 negative 1 minus 3 negative 4 and 4 minus 4, no? Okay. Check lang natin, no? Kasi di ba nag-expect tayo pag yung center, dapat in the new coordinate system, dapat yung location ng foci would be opposite each other, tapos symmetric. So negative 1, pag ginamit natin yung transformation equations, negative 1 minus 3, negative 4, 4 minus 3 is parang may mali. Okay, 7 minus 1 is 6 over 2. That's 3. 4 plus 4. So center is at 3, 4.
Ano pa yung mali?
Kaya, check natin. 7 minus 1 is 6 divided by 2. That's 3. So x minus, so negative 1 minus 3 is negative 4. 7 minus 3 is 4. Yung 7, 4, using the same transformation equations becomes, so x prime is 7 minus 3. So ano yung 7 minus 3? Kaya okay na may table ganyan ng coordinates na primed and unprimed para ima-match mo talaga. Okay, ngayon, yung suggestion ko, every sentence, put, so pagkatapos ng the center is at, we set yung transformation equations, make a space. So move yung, so yung the distance between the foci is 7 minus negative 1 equals C. That's not C. Yung C is not the distance between the foci, di ba? Okay, so tanggalin mo muna yung the distance between the foci. So that sentence, no, that doesn't be right. So, cut mo yung yung tapos yung next sentence na, okay, sige. Ngayon, so, ngayon gusto ko na yung spacing. Hindi, wag mo na iulong yan. Tama siya. Don't move it up kasi what we want is space between sentences. Kasi it's harder to read kapag nagtabi-tabi sila. Gusto natin, each statement, space, new statement, space. Kasi pag ganon, klaro yung nagiging sequence ng statements. Kaya yung suggestion dyan center at negative 3, 4, dapat may dapat may space ka after that. Kasi new statement, yung the center is at 3, 4, and then we set x prime equals x minus 3, y prime is equal to y minus 4. Ano to kasi you have lots of space. Kasi A4 size yung paper mo. Kung hindi ka dapat naghihinayang na dito sa space kasi wala ka nang ipiprint The spacing is there to help make it more readable. Okay, so we know the foci. Ngayon, paano natin mo ano yung what we know about what information does the major axis provide? Okay, so before we compute anything, ano yung anong axis does the hyperbola open left, right, or up, down?
Yung left to right.
Okay, so ano yung axis of symmetry niya? That's why dalawa yung axis of symmetry. So yung major axis is going to be, the major axis is parallel to the x-axis. Okay. So, period. And then, space ulit. So, iulong mo muna yung computation pababa pa. So, we know na parallel to the x-axis yung major axis. It opens left-right. Pwedeng baba yung the rest of the things after that sentence, ibaba mo muna. Kasi before we get into computing for A, B, and C. Okay, so we know that, right? And what information, ano ba yung definition ng major axis? At ano ba yung definition ng length of the major axis? So let's check the book. So the length of the major axis is, how is that related to, pag sinagot ko na yan, diretso na eh. Pero yan, ano ba definition ng major axis? Kasi sabi dito, yung question, di ba, ay the length of, saan yan? The length of the transverse axis is 8/3. So ano ba yung transverse axis pala yun, ano? So ano ba yung transverse axis?
Yung on the other side kaya po.
Basahin natin. Kasi the segment V prime V, so vertex to vertex of the principal axis is called the transverse axis. Okay. Hindi, bigay mo yung definition. From the definition, so write it down. From the definition, that by definition, or sulit mo, by definition, the transverse axis is the line segment is the line segment connecting the vertices. The two vertices of the hyperbola. Okay, ngayon, in the prime coordinates, the vertices of the hyperbola are, ano siya in terms of A? So next line, in the prime coordinates, so next line na to kasi i-relate natin yung ano eh. So in the prime coordinates, the coordinates of the vertices are okay, so space. So in terms of A, B, and C, ano yung coordinates ng vertices? So alam natin na yung transverse axis is parallel to the x-axis, which means the vertices are going to be at, in terms of expression in terms of a, di ba? A is plus or minus a0. Ngayon, since we know the coordinates of the vertices, how do we get a if we know that the length of the transverse axis is 8/3?
Mm. Wait, major axis is ano po na? The major axis is
Hindi. Ano yung definition ng ano? Ano yung, so major, ano yung
half pa
definition
po
ng
siya?
transverse ng, hindi, ano ba yung, okay, in terms of plus or minus a0, ano yung distance between the two? Using a distance formula. So the distance between vertices is
Mm,
so the distance between the vertices is, in terms of a, okay, 2a, which is equal to, so comma, which is equal to from the given. Okay, so therefore a is 4/3. Ngayon, alam natin yung so from the coordinates of the foci, ano yung C ulit? Nasulat na ba yon sa taas? Pwedeng scroll up para lang makita natin kung nasulat na natin kung ano yung C. Ito, may coordinates na tayo ng foci. So dapat kaya natin makuha yung C. So from the coordinates of the foci in the primed system, C equals so teka, may coordinates ulit. Bakit 8? Di ba yung C, yung coordinates ng foci ay plus or minus C0?
sige nga, 4. Nakapaghalo ko na po yung semi tsaka yung full.
Okay, so C is equal to 4. We know A is equal to 4/3. Ano yung B? Okay, so before hindi pa natin na-define kung ano yung B, no? So, the expected equation of the hyperbola. So, write this down as a sentence. So, ano ba yung the expected form of the hyperbola, the equation of the hyperbola? So, expected form of the equation of the hyperbola in the primed system okay, so space so drag down mo muna yung yung nasa ilalim para magka-space. Is okay, so yung axis natin parallel to the x-axis. So b square is equal to 1. Okay? And tapos may prime dapat yan, di ba? So x prime square over a square minus y prime square over b square is equal to 1. Where a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So comma, where a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay. So from that, ano yung next line? Okay, so mali na yung, so burahin mo na yung nasa baba kasi hindi yan yung nakuha nating A at C, di ba? So select
It was
all
all.
and then delete. Select yan, delete. So delete key. Yan. So ngayon sa anong equation yung A at saka yung C? So balik tayo sa taas. Lagyan natin ng equation ng statement number ang bawat statement. So let's go up. So yung treatment natin dito ay every equation is a sentence. So we're going to number all the sentences and all the equations. So the center is at the midpoint of the foci, blah blah blah. Bigyan mo siya ng statement number 1 on the right.
On the right.
So kasi 'di ba yung numbering natin ginagawa sa yung equation numbers na on the right eh. So 1, 3. So every sentence deserves a label. 1, 2, 3. By definition, so that's statement 4. Okay. And then statement 5. So in the prime coordinates, the coordinates of the vertices are, and then, so that's statement 5. And then the distance between vertices, blah, 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 is, okay, so 8. And then you next. So B is so teka, bakit 8 square? Parang wala tayong 8 dyan. Ano yung C natin? Yung may 7.
Tandaan mo.
So 4, 9 minus 1 is 8. So square root of 4 square over 3 square. So 8 squared of 2 over 3. Or kung since or b squared is equal to, so that's 8. So pag i-square natin yan, kasi ang kailangan lang naman natin b squared, di ba? So b squared is 128 over 9. So okay, that's equation 8. So sorry, that's equation 9. And then that b squared is okay, next line. So b squared.
Mali. Pwede pala po na hindi na square root from the beginning.
Okay, or 128 over 9, no? So that's equation 9. Ngayon, substituting so if you substitute nasan yung 6 and 9 into sige, lagyan natin at so that's equation 10, no? Okay, so ang ginamit natin 8 9 at saka equation 10 for a square. So the equation is x squared over 128 and x squared over 16 is equal to 1. Okay, so yan yung in the prime system. So the equation in the prime system dapat yan. Okay, so cut mo yung part na is blah blah, lagyan, tapos iurong mo sa baba. And then lagyan mo equation of the hyperbola in the prime system. So select using yung and wag mo na i-delete. Pwede mo naman kasing i-select yan tapos iurong pa baba eh. So select using yung box tool yan, tapos kailangan yung buong yan. Lakihan mo yung box. Kailangan na ito be covered. Lagpas pa. Lakihan mo pa. Kasi pagka lagpas sa box, hindi niya nakakopy. So lakihan mo pa yung box. Bigger. Para na over yan. and then place it underneath. Yun. Tapos, okay, so the equation of the equation of the hyperbola in the unprimed system. Or the equation of the hyperbola in the prime system. Is, and then lagyan mo, yan yung i-label mo na number 11. Kasi okay, so using one, teka, yan. So 11. Okay, ngayon pag ganito, yung nilabel mo na 11 is actually the whole statement from 8 all the way to the equation. Kasi that whole thing is one sentence. Okay, so using ngayon, instead of just using one, give it a name. So using the transformation equations, o pwedeng, sige, kung pwedeng using one, sige, okay lang. Using one, the equation of the hyperbola in the unprimed system. Patingin. So the equation, yeah. So the equation of the hyperbola in the unprimed system is 9, and then quantity
minus 3. Oops.
nasa yung transformation equations ulit. So x minus 3 squared. Bakit plus?
Ellipse po yung inano.
Di ba hyperbola ginagawa natin?
Yan mo. Negative.
So minus. So correct din yung previous equations. So 11.
Marami.
Okay. And then the equation of the hyperbola in the unprimed system is, and then that's 12. So equation number 12. 12. Yeah. Tapos below that, QED. Or ano yung black box ginagamit ng mathematicians?
Yan mo.
Okay. So yan yung ano.
Matalang ano mo. Sa very...
Okay.
Ngayon,
this right, yeah, so this is so yung write up na to, this is actually also a proof of what you're doing kasi naka-detail yung reasoning na nangyari. Yan yung standard na hinahanap sa ano sa pagdating sa university
Opo.
Although ang problema kasi although ang daming hindi pa rin na-attain yung ganyang standard at university. Well, that's the thing to aspire to. So, sa next, ano yun totoo na mas mabagal yung process na ganito. Kasi kailangan pag-isipan every step of the way ano yung nangyayari. But, ang advantage naman nito, if you do this over and over again, nagsistay yung reasoning with you. And if And if you forget, dahil well-written yung reasoning, kaya mong ma-recover yung work mo. Okay? So don't be afraid to quote definitions. Importante na justified yung every step eh. And you have to use sentences. Anyway, we'll stop here for now and then we'll continue on Sunday.
Opo.
Alright? So, see you on Sunday. Bye-bye.
Thank you po. Bye-bye po.